Army team was deployed at a number of points here in the national capital following Yamuna water coming to the city and on the main roads. I'm joined by Colonel Tejinder Singh of Engineers from Indian Army. Sir, I want to ask you as to what was the problem, because at this point in time, this is the area near WHO building and this was in news for last so many days. What was the problem here and what your team is actually doing here?
All right, the crux of the problem was that the Yamuna breached the existing structure which was there at this sluice gate number 12, which caused the backflow of Yamuna river to the city. As you can see the drain behind you, that allows the drainage of the city to move towards Yamuna. Whereas because of the force of the water which was there, it actually broke the sluice gate and Yamuna water was actually entering the city. Army was requisitioned on at 0930 hours on 14th of July, and accordingly my task force was deployed here. After carrying out the initial assessment of the work at hand, we mobilized our resources and at approximately 13:30 hours we commenced with our task on 14th of July, and by 10:30 at the night we were able to complete the entire structure that we have created, which stopped the flow of water back to the city. Now this has facilitated two things. One is the repair to the sluice gate and the more permanent work which is required here by the PWD.
Sir, in technical terms, if I can ask you what your men are doing as of now, we can see some sandbags, then some iron sheets as well, then some wooden planks as well. What is this in case you can just make us understand the whole process?
I'll just explain in a very simple language.
Yeah.
Now initially when we had come here, what you can see the height of the sandbags which are there right now, that was the quantum of water which was there, and it was in full spate.
Okay.
So the first task was to stop the water, and therefore we used sandbags and all, which we got from the local resources, as also from the regiment we bought them here, and we first created a bund here. Therefore we were able to stop the water. Now what is ongoing, we are reinforcing the task which we already did with HESCO bags and our MS flat, so that in case the water again increases, it doesn't hit the sandbags directly.
And also, sir, we were told about some regulator that got broken because of the excessive water. What was that?
Yeah, the regulator is just 20 meters behind us,
Okay.
and that was the main regulator which allows that sewage water to go back to Yamuna. But because of the force of the water of Yamuna, that actually got breached, that was damaged, and with the force, Yamuna, the water from Yamuna was actually going towards the city. Now, after creation of this bund, that inflow of Yamuna towards the city has been stopped. Conditions have been made conducive for the flood department to carry out the necessary repairs of this sluice gate, which is actually ongoing.
So your men are still working. Can I ask, by what time we are expecting this task would be completed or something?
It's an ongoing task. We hope to finish it by, or we plan to finish it by today evening, and after that a small maintenance debt will be here as deemed necessary by me.
So you are saying that this task would be completed by this evening, and then maintenance team would be here for some time?
Yeah, the maintenance team will remain here, just monitor what is happening here, and when we are de-requisitioned by the government, then we'll move on.
Also, sir, by what time we are expecting this water will be coming down to drain and will be finding its way to Yamuna?
You can actually see the outflow of the water from the city. It actually started back towards Yamuna. This is the drain that you can see onto your right, and you can actually see the flow of the water towards Yamuna back. So what was our task has actually been achieved.
All right. So a bund was created here, and you can see in the visuals. In fact, the officer is saying the task is almost complete, and in fact will be completed by this evening, and then a maintenance work team would be deployed there. Also, water level in Yamuna is constantly going down, and we are expecting some sort of relief after this particular evening, because as of now, water has entered into the main city. In fact, at ITO, at Ring Road, and at Bhairov and several other roads. So, Army team is here, and by this evening, this whole task would be completed.